Welcome to Whispers in the Shadows, Tales of the Eerie and Unseen. I'm Christina, and today I'll be reading The Ancient Ritual. Deep in the heart of Eldergrove Forest, where the canopy shuts out the sky, Ellie wandered deeper than ever before. She wasn't much of a hiker. She was a photographer, drawn to strange places, forgotten ruins, and the kind of legends that always linger long after being told. Eldergrove was her latest obsession. The locals of Marrow Creek avoided it, muttering about curses, but to Ellie, it was the perfect place for her new photo series called The Forgotten. As sunlight bled through the trees, Ellie found something extraordinary. A ring of moss-covered stones, waist high and perfectly round. In the middle sat a pedestal, and on top a bowl. Empty, harmless, perfect, Ellie whispered, lifting her camera to take a picture. As she stepped inside, the moment her foot touched the moss, the wind stopped. A low hum vibrated through her bones. Birds went silent. The forest seemed to hold its breath. A flash flickered. Suddenly, the bowl began to fill, unnaturally, with a strange liquid. Ellie frowned and leaned forward. The water shimmered, silver and black. A voice, soft as silk, yet ragged like old parchment, drifted to her ear. "Speak your truth, then be seen." Ellie shivered. "Creepy," she whispered. Still, she couldn't shake the pull of the bowl. It felt like it was listening. Half joking, half enthralled, she said, "I just want to be remembered. I want my work to matter." The water rippled, and far beneath the roots of the forest, something ancient stirred. That night, in her small cabin at the edge of town, Ellie developed the film. But something was wrong, profoundly, impossibly wrong. The moss ring was missing, the pedestal had vanished. In their place loomed smoky figures, tall, distorted, with long, beak-like faces. They lingered among the trees, watching her through the lens. In the final frame, one had stepped forward, directly in front of her. Its arms were stretched out, not to embrace, but to seize her very being. It knew her wish, and now it had her soul. She dropped the print and staggered back. Her hands trembled, the lights flickered. Her shadow moved, twitching as though it had a mind of its own. In the following days, Ellie became a local curiosity, then a sensation. Her work went viral. The photo series, the ones that the shadowy figures were captured in, they were dubbed hauntingly brilliant. Critics praised her for channeling the supernatural. She tried to feel proud, tried to savor the praise, but each night sleep dragged her back to the forest, back to the pedestal, the bowl, and to the figures she could feel watching her, always lurking in the shadows, waiting. She returned to Elder Grove, desperate for answers. The moss ring was gone, burned to ash. The trees were dead in a perfect circle. The air was foul and sticky. The pedestal remained, but the bowl was cracked in half. A piece of wood appeared that hadn't been there before. The wood was scorched with the words, "One remembered, 10 forgotten." In that moment, Ellie understood. It wasn't a wish, it was an offering. She'd been misled, drawn in by the illusion of a simple wish. The shadow things were waiting, patiently and hungry, for someone to open the door and invite them through. She hadn't unknowingly completed a ritual never meant for the living. All she asked was to be remembered, and something ancient, merciless, had heard her plea and answered. That night, 10 people vanished from Marrow Creek. No signs, no screams, just gone. One was a child who had drawn Ellie's portrait at the market the week before. Ellie knew she traded them for a wish. The ritual only needed a voice, a truth whispered aloud, a soul willing to be seen. Ellie tried to warn the town. No one listened. So she returned to the woods alone, camera in hand, heart heavy with guilt. In the circle of ash, beneath a sky that seemed to hold its breath, she whispered a new truth. "I never wanted this. Please, take me instead." The wind rose, sharp and sudden. The trees groaned. Her shadow began to move, peeling from her feet, stretching like oil across the earth. Then came a blinding light. and Ellie was gone. After Ellie vanished, the townspeople returned as if nothing had happened. Time itself seemed to rewind, erasing her from their memories. The world moved on, but Ellie was just gone. Now tourists wander to Eldergrove, lured by the whispers of the cursed photographer. They say if you stand in the circle and take a photo, you'll hear the soft click of a shutter. In every photo taken since she disappeared, Ellie appeared somewhere in the background, waiting for someone else to speak a truth, waiting for the next soul willing to be seen. And with each passing year, as she lingers in the shadows, she becomes less like a girl who made a wish and more like the things that answered it. Some doors once open don't close behind you. They wait for someone else to walk through. So if you ever find yourself in Eldergrove and your camera clicks when you didn't take a photo, don't look at it and search for her. She's there, watching you. Thank you for listening. If this tale lingers in your thoughts long after it ends, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the bell so you never miss another. Until next time.